Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video let's have a look at the Samsung Galaxy M11 smartphone that was just recently launched. And I'm confused with this product, but anyways, let's look at this one. And as you can see, it says M1 over here and the product name, but on the back no specs or anything. And that's very strange. I don't know why Samsung does not put the specs, and I would say this is sort of overpriced for what you are getting in the market, and I'm confused with this product. It is actually available in two variants. One comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM and other comes with actually 4 gigabytes of RAM. But I feel if you're going to buy this phone, you'll have to go with the 4 gigabyte RAM variant, because the 3 gigabyte comes with just 32 GB of internal storage, and in 2020 that's simply not enough in my frank opinion. And pricing, I would say that for the 3 gigabyte is for 11,000, and for the 4 gigabyte it is if I recall 13,000, and both are sold online via Flipkart. So anyways, let's look at this. I'll talk about the other specs and other things and what do I feel about this product. And I get it, many of you want a non-Chinese smartphone, and I respect that. I don't have a problem. But I would say instead of this one, if you're really looking for a Samsung phone, I feel the Samsung M21 might be a better product than this one. Anyways, let's see what do we get. So I was expecting at least a case in the box. So that also you don't get. You get its quick start guide, warranty guide. That's it, no case. I was at least expecting that for the price. But anyways, what do you get? So you get the phone itself. The good thing is that this, again being an M series, the battery life should be good, because this one is also having a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and the battery life should be very good because this one is having a 720p HD screen and the Snapdragon 450 SoC. That is the only reason to give good battery life. Back, as you can see, it's giving that fingerprint scanner at the back, because it's not AMOLED screen or IPS, is a TFT LCD screen. Triple camera on the back, and front is a 6.5 inch screen. Anyways, so you get this. Fortunately, it's Type C. I'm happy that at least we are getting a Type C. And the SIM ejector tool is here, and this will be the Samsung's 15-watt fast charger in the box. So that's it, what we get in the box, nothing much. So I'll just keep this to the side and let's look at the handset itself. I'll talk about the specs later, but let me give you a physical overview first. We have a 3.5mm headphone jack. A secondary noise cancellation microphone is given, so that's nice. And this looks like a two-piece design. I don't know if it's hard plastic. Gives a metallic feel. Back will be this hard, that plastic tries to look like a metallic finish, but this is plastic, a hard plastic. And here we have the volume rockers, a power on button, and bottom will be the main vent for the speaker, Type C port, main microphone, and your SIM tray. Should be a triple slot considering the storage options that we have. But let's see. These days we can't guess anything. So yeah, fortunately triple slot, but still I would say 32 GB of internal storage in the base variant will be less, so you will have to opt for the 4 gigabyte variant. Anyways, let's just power this on, and by the time it actually boots up and I set it up, let's talk about the configuration overview. The Samsung Galaxy M11 is having a 6.4-inch 720p HD screen, which is a TFT screen. Moving to the processor, it's the Snapdragon 450 processor, which is octa-core based on the ARM Cortex A53. We have the Adreno 506 GPU, comes in 3 or 4 gigabytes of RAM, and storage will be 32 or 64 GB. Moving to the camera, it's a triple rate camera. Main is a 13 megapixel, 5 megapixel is ultra wide, and then we have a 2 megapixel for depth. Moving to the front facing camera, it's 8 megapixel, and we also have a 5000 milliamp hour battery with a 15-watt fast charger. So guys, the device is set up, so let's have a closer look at the same. And the device does have some heft because of the 5000 milliamp hour battery on this one, and I feel Samsung in the previous M series have done a better job in terms of weight balance. Here it does feel a little bit of weight is there, and this is a IPS screen, guy. Sorry, it's not IPS, it's actually a TFT screen, not even IPS screen. So the thing is that on whites, I've noticed this, if you tilt a little bit, it actually starts to fade in very quickly. That's not the case with the IPS LCD screen. So I'm very disappointed why Samsung went with the TFT screen. At least they should have gone with the IPS. But we do have that punch hole notch, and it's updating some stuff, but I've noticed some minor UI lag, as you can see. over here, which was generally not present in earlier Samsung phones. Here we are seeing this. This is having the Snapdragon 450 SoC. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but this is sort of outdated for the price. Other vendors are giving us at least the Snapdragon 6X series in this price range, and even some 7. So I feel there it's shortchanged. And also coming to the screen, this is not a full HD, but a 720p HD. The good thing is that because of the combination of the Snapdragon 450 SoC and just that 720p HD screen and 5000 mAh battery, the battery life should be very good. But apart from that, I feel Samsung could have done a better job. And also in the pricing, I feel there is a premium that you are sort of paying, that 15 to 20% to premium on this. We also have a back fingerprint, and this is fairly responsive, so I won't complain. Takes about half a second, but fairly accurate, as you can see. And this is having the new UI, One UI. And if you go to about the phone, as you can see, and if you go to software info, this is running Android 10 out of the box, and that One UI version 2 that we are having on this one. So that's what we have on this. Fortunately, at least in terms of brightness, we do have that adaptive brightness option on this phone, so at least that is there. Anyways, so these are the modes that you have, as you can see. And now let's also talk about, what do you say, there is some bloatware that is installed, Daily Hunt, Amazon, and in fact during the setup also it prompts you to install some of the things and some marketing information. Don't check mark that, I would say, but there are some apps installed, pre-installed. How much storage is left? And if we go, where is this device care, here we'll have the storage option. As you can see, out of that 32 gigabytes, only about 20.3 gigabytes is available too. That's the reason I was telling you guys, if you are opting for this one, go at least for the 4 gigabyte RAM variant with that 64 GB of storage. Out of the 32, only about 20.3 GB is available to you, and that 4 GB RAM, 64 GB is selling for 13,000, and I feel simply does not make any sense. If you still want to stick with Samsung, the Galaxy M21 has a much better everything, I would say, the display, processor, etc. That 4 gigabyte RAM variant and 64 GB is selling for 13,500, so that makes a lot more sense. But anyways, let's look at the camera on this one. Let's see what they did. It's a 13 megapixel main one, then we have a 5 megapixel ultra and 2 megapixel that is for depth. Let's see if again that loading time is there, and again I saw that lag because of the processor and all these things. And shutter speed is fine, but to react, as you can see, because of the processor, it is taking about a second to react what we want. And this is the wide angle lens. And let's look at the front camera. That's 8 megapixel. Again, we have that wide angle option. By default, beauty stuff is always enable. Here you have to go and actually disable all this, guys. Otherwise, you will look weird. Many people talk to me, tell me about Samsung. By default, this is on. So again, disable that. Anyways, here are some more samples with the rear-facing camera. So these were taken with the rear-facing camera, and I noticed that the pictures are sort of washed out a little bit. This was with the wide angle. The wide angle lens did okay in outdoor situation, as you can see, but the regular lens, as you can see, the images were quite not that sharp and sort of gave that washed out effect. And when we move to indoor lighting, the weaknesses are shown. As you can see, the pictures are blurred, focusing was an issue, just not that great in indoor lighting condition. Now moving to human subjects, also here also I felt that the performance was slightly on the weaker side compared to earlier M series smartphones from Samsung. And again, moving to the front facing camera, also here again, as you can see, not that great. So guys, that's it for now for the unboxing and first look at the Samsung Galaxy M11. And guys, as I've said in my earlier comments, I would frankly say if you're looking for a Samsung device, I know many of you don't want to buy a Chinese phone, so we have very less options in India, and Samsung is one of them. But still, I would say rather than this M11, I would say the M21 that was launched a few months ago might be better, or if you have a higher budget, then the M31 does certainly make a lot more sense than this one. I feel the pricing of the 4GB RAM variant, that is for 13,000, is certainly high on this one. Anyways, what do you guys feel about the same? That's it for now, and if you guys are still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys.